I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Hey, welcome to the program. Welcome to Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King. We're now officially live. Let's go. Let's go. Good to see y'all, man. We are broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
Appreciate it, Lord Jamar. You know what I mean? Yeah. Something that we do each and every Monday through Friday, Lord willing. 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Big hello. What's up? What's happening to everybody watching on the West Coast and worldwide? Something like a podcast, in case you didn't know. If your first time here, trending topics, celebrity interviews, hilarious commentary, and interesting people. We try to get, a little bit of each one of those. There we go. Peanut Gallery, what up? No individual shout outs because I see the same people. I ain't bring nobody. So till you bring somebody new, then I say your name. Mr. Clarkson, our executive producer on the technicals down the hall, Studio G. And who is? Let's see here. Yeah. And there's that. Let me see. And John Watson, all fun and games. New York Bureau Chief. Crispus is taking a mental health day. Is Crispus our mascot? No, what was the other word? Not mascot, but anyway, spokesperson for the show, for Let's Go Live. Crispus is taking a mental health day. Got a phone call early this morning. And he's like, I don't know if I can do it today. And I was like, yeah, hey, man, take some time, man. He watches too much. I keep telling him, you sit in front of the TV all day watching Fox News and MSNBC and trying to, get abreast of all the news and all that other stuff. It's going to fry your brain. You know what I mean? So I have to take some time off. And so we got Melvin. Melvin, the elf on the shelf. He on the ledge. So yeah, Melvin. Say hello to Melvin, everybody. Melvin Elf. Not the elf on the show. He on the elf on the shelf. He on the ledge. Melvin is on the ledge and he's packing. He got that. He keeps it on him. Melvin keeps it on him. What's up, Melvin? Hey, nigga, what's up with you? That's his voice. I guess that's what I think he sounds like. Hey, nigga, what's up with you? Ain't nothing, man. I'm just, just doing my show. I get back at you. So there's Melvin, today's co-host. to see y'all, man. Peanut Gallery, thumbs up in the chat. What's a good word, man? Anything new? Nothing? Denise Sharper says, I'm kind of new. Not really, but not really. I see what you did, though. You tried it, and it worked. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's go here. So Denise says, so how about just realize a few weeks ago that Drunken Fruit was really something and not what you called your closet. Oops, studio. How do you not realize that it's something when we've like interviewed the founder and creators and owners? We've showed video. We've sampled the product live on the show. What do you mean you just found out it was something? What did you think it was? Who among you would just like throw out willy-nilly name of a sponsor at the beginning of the show that we're presented by? How? Denise, shame on you. Now you got to order something. Unreal. How did you do it? All right, anyway, you kind of knew. No excuse. Jay Lee, welcome back to the East Coast. Took the private jet, came on home, huh? I can dig it. All right, y'all. So we are fully funded and supported by viewers like you, and you can do that any time of any day, really. We receive some type of underwritings and donations in the middle of the night sometimes. $ Lamont King 06. Most recently, I do have a shout out. Sybil Holloway, Sybil's Breakfast Club, entrepreneur out of Chicago, Illinois. We've done some work together in the past. I say Illinois. We've done some work in the past and really got a really good thing going out there. We're going to get her on the show and talk about some things sometime very, very soon. But appreciate her. She's our newest patron and sponsor, Sib's Breakfast Club. Google it. You see what I'm talking about. And also Patreon has been updated. Our Patreon is updated. Give me a second. Put this thing on the thing. So if you would like to become a patron and that way and subscribe to our content monthly on a monthly recurring basis, patreon.com/Mr. Lamont King. All right, there it is. All right, let's get to it, man. What are we talking about today? Who knows? You never know. Whatever you want to talk about. Put this number there. We got the one phone line. So if any given time you want to jump in there, that's what it is. All right. Okay. Oh, dang. I'm sitting here trying to pull up something that I already had on a different screen. I hate when you go to your platform, whatever platform you're using, and it refreshes while you're trying to read the last thing that you was on. I don't like that. But unfortunately, I got this headline just came through. A Detroit rapper was just killed. 27-year-old band gang paid. Oh, band gang paid Will. 27-year-old was shot. Popular Detroit rapper. Have no clue who he is. It's just I wanted to, put that out there, the headline or whatever. Band gang paid Will. Unfortunate. Passed away after being shot. Thoughts and prayers to his family. In major headline news today, so a few weeks ago we were talking about LeVar Ball and with his son, his youngest son, going at the top of the draft, man, top 3 in this year's NBA draft, and you probably have never seen him play, and he's top 3, and hopefully when the season starts up, you get to see him hoop. But LeVar haters came out the woodworks, and the man said all 3 of his sons were going to be in the NBA, and I said, damn right they are. I agreed. I co-signed. I believe it. And guess what happened today? The Detroit Pistons signed the middle son, Jello, to a 1-year unguaranteed deal. So that man has all his balls in the NBA. The NBA is full of balls. It has all three: Melo, Jello, and what's the oldest? Melo, Jello. Damn, what's the oldest? The oldest ball. You got the oldest ball, the middle ball, and the youngest ball in the NBA. 3 sons. You can't tell me that man ain't been putting in the work to make sure that happened. You ain't telling me that they not deserving of that, man. You can't take nothing. Lonzo Ball, LaMelo, LaJello, LiAngelo, all of them in the league now, hooping. Who among you can say they seen that coming? Or you know somebody that oh, that's just like so. No, it ain't just like nobody. 3 sons. So wait a minute before y'all try to get all statistical on me. Is it the Holidays or the Collisons? There's another family that has 3. They went to UCLA. Collisons or the Holidays? I think it's Holidays. Either way, these dudes are high profile. See, I can't even remember who they are. These dudes are high profile, and they're going to shake things up, man. And is he going to go down in history as the best player ever? No. But he is proof that, you know, being a confident father and raising your sons to keep them on the right track, you know, and being a positive influence in their life and showing them that they can take on the world and do anything they want to do. That's a Christmas movie all in and of itself, man. A Holiday Ball. That's going to be the TV one. That's the movie. Ball for the holidays. The baller days. Can't take nothing from that man. I don't want to hear nothing. There's nothing you can say about that. Shout out to him for that. Well deserved. I don't know if I know y'all got a chance because I played it twice. The interview we had with Ike Speaks. And so I'm watching. So I played it the other day. Just the part about safe harbor. So I'm like watching. December 8th is the cutoff, and every day something different pop up. So I'm watching because I feel like this safe harbor shit is kind of real. Like there's some legs to it, there's some teeth to it. So today, there was a group that came out, conservative convention, and like 2 senators. I don't have the names in front of me, so bear with me. Maybe I'll see it in the chat. Where they like, all right, first of all, one of them is saying that he's going to demand a halt to the transition and demand another recount, which is within his rights. He's going to demand Congress. He's going to try to instigate Congress to demand another recount at the final certification, which is January 6th. So that's another deadline we got to watch. And there was another guy that came out and said there's a conservative group that's trying to push for martial law to hold another election. Another election. They're trying to push for martial law. Now, here's what's tricky about that. Yeah, you sitting in your seat right now. You like, that's some bullshit. They ain't gonna never do it. Listen, 70 millers. Okay. There's 70 millers. And they're armed. Probably more than the other 75 millers. And I feel like shit, 2020 ain't over. One. We still got time. 2020 ain't over. I feel like they will be bold enough to try to set some shit like that off. You think it's not gonna happen? I think they're bold enough to do it. It may not be a lot, and it may be, there's a lot of conservative Republicans out there right now who have, like switched sides. I don't know if y'all saw the Georgia election board dude. He was at it again, telling Trump to, pipe down. This is getting out of hand. You got threats against, our families down here, and we was with you, but now we're not riding no more. All it takes is a few to set it off. I still don't. That's just me, man. I still don't think we out of the water. I don't think we out of the water, man. I can't really say how it's gonna go, but I don't. Safe harbor is pun intended. I don't think I think this little, and they trying to distract you and deflect you with Christmas spending per usual, and everybody all hype. Christmas and the vaccine. That's what's dominating right now. Christmas and the vaccine. Is the vaccine what you getting for Christmas? Like, what you getting for Christmas? That vaccine? Or who you getting it from? Shit. Whoever got it first. And I feel like, there's an underlying little underbrimming thing still brewing that we still got to pay attention to. It ain't gone, is what I'm trying to say. It ain't gone. I'll never be the doomsdayer, but it ain't gone. And as long as he there and is not willing to step aside, and then he's literally poking the bear and instigating and letting people really wreak havoc and cause trouble and not really, putting a stop to it. As long as that's happening, I don't think we out the water. They trying to get to a point. All right, so RA8B15 says, can safe harbor still work if all but I guess that's Wisconsin has certified the votes? Biden still wins without them. Yeah, but what they're trying to do is the Republican that came out yesterday, what he trying to do is like, man, stop all that certification shit. First of all, so if you do certify, we trying to put the kibosh on the electoral voter, the actual person doing the vote. And it's like you in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Kind of what Akeisha Al-Shabazz said on the show a couple of days ago. So I don't think we out the water, man. But who y'all going with though? They should have a. So with the vaccine, who you going with? Moderna, Pfizer? Is it, it's a brand name. I stand by that name. Like which one is more, when it comes to taking the vaccine, do you go with, like, what's the determining factor? Let's talk about that. What's the determining factor? I'm hearing a lot of influential type Black people at high levels over the last couple of days really turning the corner on promoting and endorsing the vaccine. And I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? So Steve Harvey yesterday, or was that this morning, closed this whole show out. Just giving like a prayerful speech on why you should take it as soon as it's ready. Then, driving home today from the job, Donnie Simpson. Hey, man, I mean, the vaccine is, if it's ready, hey, man. And they in the studio like, well, nah, but what about the side effects? He was like, what about the side effects of COVID? Man, hey, man. And I was like, whoa, Donnie. Are you very influential on a real pivotal position. And I don't know, I just wasn't expecting that. And Steve was like, well, the vaccine. That's all I got to Steve. Because anything I do, if I do a Steve impression, it's going to sound like Godfrey doing Steve. So I'm not going to do Steve. Godfrey does it way too well. But either way, he did a whole little thing on the importance of taking the vaccine and being the first and getting out ahead of it. And you want to, if you want your spring and you want your 2021, take the vaccine. Don't be like that. And I'm like, man, y'all really, we just forgot about the Tuskegee experiment. We just forgot about, all the trickery and how they done rolled it out in 67 countries already. Countries that they was just calling shithole countries. It's third world. They're doing like test. What do you call that? It's pretty much animal testing is what they've been doing over the last few months in these third world ethnic minority countries and all of that. And y'all hyped you trust the CDC? You trust Moderna and Pfizer? And they're making a proprietary blend of a vaccine for a virus that 8 months ago they didn't know how it worked or where it came from or what it was. Y'all ready? You ready? I'll let you go. I'll let you go first. And they're already on the news really kind of drum the momentum up to make people. They're trying to lump, which I don't agree with. They're trying to lump people who would be hesitant to take a coronavirus vaccine into the same batch of people who don't like infant vaccines, which are called anti-vaxxers. So anti-vaxxers are a very polarizing group. You know, YouTube, Facebook bans their videos as misinformation. It was a underground movement that gained traction probably in the last 10, 15 years once some celebrities kind of, they try to tie vaccines to young children, to autism and other defects and all of that. And scientists and doctors, summarily flush that out. But anti-vaxxers get a negative connotation. The word, the phrase, the if you hold that position, you get looked at, you get scowled upon. So I saw today that they lumped in, they're starting to lump in people that are going to be hesitant to take the COVID vaccine as anti-vaxxers. And I'm like, that's not the same thing. I said, I see what y'all doing though. I'm watching the trickery. Because you going, let's say I'm hesitant to take the COVID vaccine, whichever one. I haven't decided if I'm confident in it yet for whatever reason. You throw me in an anti-vaxxer category, now I look like a complete nut job. Now I'm getting all the scorn and scrutiny. Whereas my position is simply that it's too early for me to want to jump on that. Yes, I do believe COVID is a real thing. Yes, I believe it's a public health crisis. I think is issue number one, sure. But that doesn't make me feel comfortable with jumping out there, just taking the first thing that rolls out because y'all said it's available. You ain't seen no side effects of what happens in year 3 after taking it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was just spent a whole summer trying to explain to us what COVID was and where it came from. And now you have the treatment, the cure. Oh, okay. Now I don't know science, and I know I got some doctor friends that's probably watching right now. Like, come on, Lamont, knock it off. Sure, I ain't no expert. But I don't know. I was caught off guard, man. Two big radio, two big influencers, and that now say what you want. Those are two influencers. There are people who do what they say. Period. Especially Steve Harvey. All right, let's go to the phone line. Let's go live. Welcome to the program. Who's this?
Oh, what's going on? It's Mr. Clark. What's going on, bro?
Mr. Clarkson in Studio G. What's the good word?
Hey, bro. It's funny that this is all coming out in regards to, this dang on vaccine and everything.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Crispus just signed to be the spokesperson for Pfizer.
Ah.
So that's why he's out today.
Oh, is that so? Okay. So he said mental health. I didn't even put it together. Oh, wow. Right around the time of contract negotiations, he's going to go and do this?
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. So where the African-American shirt is over your shoulder, we might need to replace that with a Pfizer background if the check cash. If the check cash, we're going to have to roll with it.
Are they paying him or are they paying the show?
They're going to pay the show.
Okay.
He's going to have a little spot where he's like, take the vaccine, niggas. So
take the vaccine, niggas. Man, if the check clears, I'm making space right now. On the rack. I'm making space right now.
So just give you a heads up. But I said this a long time ago. This vaccine is tied to the greatest hustle inside of the world, which is education. And I think that it's going to be tied to, if your child does not have records that they've taken a vaccine, they can't get public education.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to also be tied to the fact of who's going to be allowed on a college campus, because college campuses have seriously been altered in dorms, meal plans, everything else, sports. So they're going to tie it to, you need to take the vaccine to get your education. So do know, I feel like that's going to wind up being what's going to be the move for a lot of these big institutions and even your local elementary schools.
Well, we saw a few months back one of the HBCUs in down south. I believe it was one that you're very affiliated with. You know,
yeah, it was Dillard and our Coonan president. Keep going.
Yeah. He got out ahead. I mean, way ahead, months ahead, and was like,
right,
for sure, we'll take it, and we'll encourage our students to take it. Let us know when you get it, and sent a whole memo out, off a letter from the president out to the world, to the internet, and was like, let us know when you got it. We on board.
Because we gonna be the first in line for the Tuskegee experiment, and that's problematic, man. That's problematic for so many reasons. Once again, don't know. It's like my thing is this, and I've had this conversation with people as I've argued in barbershops. If you won't buy the first version of iPhones because you like, oh, they got glitches in it, then why the hell are you gonna take the first version of a vaccine?
Makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just want us to be more responsible. That's it. So,
but how? But so if they do what you're saying, there's no way for us to avoid it.
No, I don't think there's any way for us to avoid it because I think it's going to be uh-oh.
Yeah, that was a cough. It definitely was.
No, I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
I'm saying for what it's worth is that it's going to be tied to our everyday life about who can go one way or another. Like if you can get on a plane, if you can go into a restaurant, like I kind of feel like this is damn near about to be like your papers to walk into.
Yeah,
man, you got your COVID papers. Okay, you got that vaccine in you. Okay, well you good. Because I think that we're just so tired of being indoors. Like we spent all of 2020 indoors, and they know that that's what it's going to boil down to.
Right,
them papers.
I had an issue with I watched this video. It's been going around. It came around twice in the inbox. It don't really get a lot of. It's one of those watch this before it gets taken down, right? So it's from the same. Right. It's from the same doctor that was behind Plandemic, and right. YouTube and all the major platforms, they took that down. So she's on this one. And she's going in depth even further than some of the things that she said in Plandemic, right? Right. To me, I watch a lot of science fiction. I've read a few things over the years. I have a curious mind. When I watched it and she said the things that she said, nothing seemed far-fetched to me.
Correct.
And everything kind of was like, oh, I could see that. My issue with that is they keep taking stuff like that down, saying that this has been debunked. These are conspiracy theories, misinformation. We're taking it off our platform, right? So here's the issue I have, and I haven't seen any of the radical talking heads and our important leadership and everybody else. I haven't seen anybody really address this particular point. You can see anything on the internet, especially black people getting shot, dismembered, shown dead, the destruction of the black body. You can see all of that, but these things, which might make you think different about something, is too much. You gotta take it down.
Yeah,
I saw on YouTube. I saw it on Instagram. And then I went to YouTube and saw the same thing. It was a car accident in Philly. This was over the summer. Anybody in the chat seeing this can co-sign this. It was a car accident. The clip was like 50 seconds long. It was the aftermath of a car accident. Like 5 or 6 cars had smashed up each other in somewhere in downtown Philly. And not downtown, somewhere in Philadelphia. And on the street was about 11 people.
Ready.
At least 6 or 7 of them was complete carnage. Complete carnage. And I'm telling you, this joint, one of them, it didn't get the sensitive viewer tag, the little disclaimer, none of that. I saw it on accident and was completely like upset stomach. That's how bad the joint was. People had flown out
you
the
can
car.
find that right now.
People had flown out the cars. Somebody got rolled. They got their head rolled over, and the person running with the camera was like, "Oh my god!" But you could really see, what was taking place. And I was like, "But the lady talking about the vaccine is going to have hard metal in it, which essentially turns your body into a receiver that can be manipulated by the 5G towers. That's too much." But that's too much.
It's too much because, and I hate to tie everything back to this administration. This administration has done such a poor job of managing this information, vaccine information, how to handle it. And even to the fact of the guy that's living there right now, because he is the president, but the guy that's living at the White House right now,
he's squatting at this point.
Right, he's definitely squatting at this point, but he has even stopped attending those briefings. He stopped attending those briefings a long time ago. He stopped attending them back in September. And that's what's scary about it. And the one person who seems to have a hold of it, is Fauci. Like, he's the only person that seems to have the best handle of what needs to happen moving forward with this. And I'm hoping that the incoming administration turns to him and says, "Hey man, what should we do?" Because Fauci's up here in a recent CNN report and saying, don't expect a fully functioning vaccine to land until 2022.
That's believable.
And that's different.
And that is a difference. That's a whole nother year. That's a whole nother year. And when he says fully functioning, that means one that works all the way.
One that works. But I saw this in the chat, and it popped out in that it is affecting the homeless population in DC big time. Mainly because there's organizations that we work with that help to serve people that are homeless and everything else. But we have seen numbers decrease of those people that have passed away due to the coronavirus. And that's horrible, because once again, one of the things that the coronavirus needs is clean conditions. If you're unable, or it has issues with conditions that are clean, if you're unable to clean yourself consistently, be around consistent medical care, we know that these services have completely been cut. Volunteers have been discouraged to go to certain homeless shelters. That's the reason why it definitely has affected the homeless population big time in DC, which is really sad. So I'm hoping that there's a handle on this sooner than later.
Yeah, and those are numbers, because I didn't know that until you said it. Like, they don't talk. Nobody talks about that.
No, not at all. Not at all. We've seen, in fact, one of the major charities that my son and I go to monthly, they've lost 20% of their homeless population connected to the coronavirus or corona symptoms.
Wow. Yeah, and that's not a small number. Yeah, that's not a small number. Not
a small number when you're talking about you're servicing 500 plus on people.
Right.
So, like I said, hoping that we get a definite hand on it. Hopefully, definitely get a hand on it.
Now, one more thing. So I'm in the peanut gallery right now. I'm trying to find it. Now this is an asshole's question, and I don't know if this person is an asshole, but I would ask this too, and I know I'm an asshole. So Rockman Truth Seeker says where did it go? Oh, if people are vaccinated and I'm not, how am I a danger to them? That's a great question. Who among us could answer that? Like, if I should, if everybody else but me, then I'm no longer a danger to you. So I shouldn't have to take it if I don't want to. I should be risk. The risk is on me. I'm risk averse on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now the question is, I don't even know how to answer that.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be
That's a stumper.
Pull on the show.
That's a stumper.
Yeah.
I need to get a doc. Yeah, we will just try to line up a doctor, a medical practitioner, and see if we can throw those tough questions at them.
No, I'm definitely here for it. Let me get on the email right now, bro. So let me jump off. Save time for rolling, bro.
Okay.
Mr.
Clarkson right there. Studio G working hard on he's got like 7 monitors going, a control board. It's a real situation. How is the president a squatter? Well, because his lease is up. And he's in there, he paying rent, and his contractor's up. He in violation. That's how he's a squatter, because he's refusing to leave. DC don't have squatters' rights, so time to go. But yeah, man, this whole notion of this vaccine and being pushed by these celebrities it caught me off guard. I'm like, oh man, here they go. Check, the check's going around again. Where my check at? Let me talk that talk. It was like Steve Harvey and Donnie. He was like, man, you got to take it, man. Oh, why not, man? That's Donnie. He was like, oh, man. Anyway, let's keep it moving. What else is going on? Oh, so the Steelers and the Ravens is how is that even possible? That's happening right now. That's the third reschedule. Like, football is really limping along. They're on their last leg. They're really trying to keep it interesting. But every week, more and more players are testing positive. Like, shut it down. Shut it down. It's not exciting. That Denver game, that wasn't exciting. Denver lost 4 of their quarterbacks because they out gallivanting and breaking protocol, risking lives, if you will. And they had to play the game. The NFL was like, no, your team is still going to play. It's going to be a shitty game to your fans. It's going to be a shitty game to the league, but you're still going to play. And they had some backup wide receiver as the quarterback, and it was an awful game. And they got blued out. And yeah, man, but they trying. It's just this basketball was able to do it for whatever reason. And I feel like, you know, the world championship Lakers you could still be like, yeah, when you're reading the history books later. But I think the NFL 2020, you can be like, whoever wins, it's going to be an asterisk. But half of these games shouldn't even been played. And then they were rearranged and rescheduled, and 4-day, you play 1 week on a Thursday, and next week Saturday and Sunday, and then you didn't have your whole old line for 2 games, and it's like they trying too hard. And they had fans in the stadium the first 6 games. Now there's nobody in the stadiums. How you gonna have? I was watching the game the other day. How you had nobody in the stands and y'all still fighting on the field? Like, what? You look dumb. Hey, man. Let them play. For what? Let me see that. Basketball did it right. Oh, Elliot says he was a practice team. I said back up. He was a practice team receiver, which is even worse. Even worse. All right. Anyway. Oh, Tehran brought Rahman. Oh, okay. All right, Tehran. I'll take that. Tehran gets a shout out, man. He brought Rahman Truth Seeker. All right, I appreciate that. That's, hey, man. This is what it's all about, man. We exponentially got to expand. If everybody bring one person, we double up every show. It's real simple. It's like a susu. It's multi-level. You know what I'm saying? If we get watered every show, if everybody just bring one person, you ain't even gotta, that's it. Come on, man. Don't make this shit difficult. Let's see. All right, see what y'all talking about. All right, it was one more thing I wanted to Elliot Brown said he was the QB at Wake Forest. I saw that. So he was a QB in the Durham area, North Carolina. I don't know his name, and it led his team to a state championship. But then he gets to Wake Forest, didn't do so well. He switched positions, got drafted, super athletic, talented kid, but he made the transition to wide receiver, which happens a lot. And but he hadn't had no touches, no throws in no game scenario since college. So they just put him out there and threw him to the wolves. But what I did enjoy was the press conference with the coach. It was either the coach or the general manager or somebody. he really threw the quarterback core under the bus, which I enjoyed thoroughly on the press conference. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't get fined. He may have. But he was like, yeah, and we sorry to the fans and to the league. He said, but to the quarterbacks who recklessly and with disregard, felt the need to break protocol, shame on them. He's like, shame on them. They need to apologize to the fans. They need to apologize to the league. And he's like, you know what? Nah, you know what? I'm wrong. It was me. He went old school with it. He said, no, it was my fault. He said, maybe I just need to enforce the protocols a little bit more. Maybe I wasn't enforcing it enough. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's what's up. Because, the 4 quarterbacks, I'm sure, quarterbacks is the leader of the team. Quarterbacks in this league can't do no wrong. I'm sure they were of a certain ilk. Probably the same ilk which thinks that they're invincible against this virus. And so they felt the need that the protocols don't apply to them. And all 4 of them test positive. Because good and hell well, if one of these wide receivers out at a club or at a party or at the strip club, they'd have ran them through the mud. They'd have drugged them, if you will. So I was kind of happy because they always, NFL puts quarterbacks on the pedestal. They can do no wrong, in game, out game, at home. And so I was like, oh yeah, he was for real. He was beefing because they got blued out. And so he was like, hey man, they want to this reckless disregard these gentlemen displayed and blah, blah, blah. They want to make the whole team and the organization look bad. That's on them. I was like, oh, bet that, coach. Okay, then. That's how you really feel. All right. There's one more. QBs are Trump supporters. That's funny because most of them, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Where's Drew Brees? Oh, all right. I don't know if y'all heard about this, man. This is an old story. I just want to bring this back. I'm gonna see if I can refresh this. I don't know if you remember the guy that was killed, who appeared in many of Spike Lee movies. Thomas Jefferson Bird. So they caught his killer, right? And I don't remember. He was found dead in Atlanta, near his home. Multiple gunshot wounds in his back. October 3rd. This is a while ago, and it took him a couple weeks, but they found his assailant, and not sure if they released the reason since then. It's been a lot of news since then, but I just wanted to share this with you a few times ago, and I never got to it. So they caught the guy, and this is how they apprehended him, with the use of a drone. Right? Don't get distracted by the story. I just want to watch this video with you to show you what law enforcement is looking like in the 2020 to the 2000s. This is some real high level shit. In most of the major cities.
I was not so sure
Okay,
about it. I mean, our mom and dad just gonna love you now.
Let me turn that down. Yeah. So, in a lot of major cities, they've been using drones for quite some time, and other high tech. The latest thing I saw is the robots. They got the robots coming to get you now. The little humanoid joints coming to apprehend you. Like, all that movie shit is happening.
Come say hello.
Right under your watch. You talking about defund the police? They like, okay, that's what you think. We just moved the funds over to these to the high tech division. All right, here we go. Let's watch this with the volume. This is the drone. Oh, it ain't a volume. So this is drone footage. This is how they get him to come out. So we the drone. So they calling in there. I saw it somewhere else too. So they call it. Look, you can even see the shadow. So they calling in. They had a team go up there already, kick the door in, and back off. So now you're talking about improving safety of officers. But this is how they clearing the house now. This shit is amazing. So you don't want to come out? Okay. First of all, we sending the drones in to get you. And then we sending them robots in there. Hey man, it's about to get real fast. So this how they get them. None of that. Just clear and put your hands where I can see. Now you pop out from behind the thing. Was that a roach or a mouse? None of that. Popping out from blasting you in the kitchen. That's a drone right here, ladies and gentlemen. Look how steady that is, and the person flying it. Kudos to them. The talent. In the movie, he coming out right now. He blasting that joint. But if you have no clue what's happening, you ain't doing that. Look. I'm good. I don't want no problem. They hitting him with the commands. With your hands up. He don't know if the drone got firepower. Man, it's crazy. Look, nobody's in there but him. You was gangster though. You shot Thomas Jefferson Byrd multiple times in the back, and a drone got you up out of there. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know if y'all feeling this the way that I don't know, man. I don't know if y'all understanding what's happened, what just happened right there, and why that's gonna be different. Things is gonna be different, man. Like you could read a story and be like, oh man, that's crazy. We read stuff and be like, oh, that's crazy. They doing that? Oh man. And then you just forget and then you're not even worried about it. But seeing that, we right there, man. We are right there. He came out he could have, got the broom. Get the fuck out the house. You know what I'm saying? He could have stopped. You know what I'm saying? Or he could have went on some crazy man crystal meth and take it out the air and break it apart and then, go running. You know what I'm saying? Zone 4, nigga. Like he could have went super gangster. Nah. Who among you? That junk come whizzing in your house with the hot lights? And down his hands. To come out, yeah. That shit real. Hey man, I just wanted to show y'all that, man, because I don't think a lot of y'all know that that's what's taking place out here. That's the one that they released. They showed you a safe arrest of a homicide suspect. So you're not paying attention to that. You just glad that the murder's off the street and he deserved whatever happened to him and all that. But yeah, man. In every major city, municipality, police departments now, they have these active drone divisions. And you ask yourself, what are the drones doing during the downtime or when they ain't going to get somebody? Flying, watching. I like that kitchen table set. That was a horrible kitchen table set. I could go through the video. I just closed the window. I wanted to go back through it and just dissect his apartment. Was that a motel? Like, yeah, a lot going on in that garden style joint. It was a lot going. They had, the little bar top edge joint, open concept. You know what I'm saying? And was the hole in the closet door in the hall closet, was that there? Or did the police do that? Like, who did that? But anyway. All right. Oh, might have to say that story for tomorrow, Jay. I did not hear about that. I got to read up on that. Oh, yeah. So I'll say this. I don't want to get too heavy or too deep. But yes, the lynchings have started. I don't know if you know that already. They have started. I'll say that. Do your Googles. And we'll revisit that at another time. But they have started. So there's that. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me today, man. Appreciate Tehran. Appreciate you bringing Rahman, the truth seeker, Mr. Clarkson, for jumping on and dropping some jewels all the way in Studio G on behalf of our New York bureau chief, John Watson. And hey, man, Chris, it's gonna be a serious situation when I get a hold of Christmas. He ain't answering his calls. Now I know, crazy. On behalf of Melvin and everybody else. And Roland Martin, who's waiting patiently, but I would rather I'm gonna go see what this game talking about, so I can watch it and then boycott it after I watch it again. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Be safe. Take it easy. Don't do nothing crazy, man. Stress free.